Here's another problem, a little bit different from that last one. The vertices of a trapezoid are W, X, Y, and Z. And once again, they've given us coordinates for each of those 4 points. They want us to rotate the trapezoid that those points form 180 degrees about the origin. What are the coordinates of the image? Negative 4, 2 would be here. That's W. Negative 3, positive 4 is X. Y is negative 1, 4. And Z is negative 1, 2. All right, so there's our original figure, or sometimes again referred to as the pre-image. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to rotate this 180 degrees about the origin. Now, notice 2 things. One, this is different from our last example because they're asking us to rotate about the origin this time, not one of the vertices of our shape. So the point of rotation is actually not connected to the shape like this problem was, where L was the point of rotation. Okay, second, it says rotate 180 degrees, but it doesn't give a direction. But if you think about it, if you rotate 180 degrees clockwise versus counterclockwise, it's the same thing. So that's why they didn't give us a direction here. Okay, but our goal is the same. Basically what I want to do is get my folded piece of transparency paper, and this time I'm going to work up here. What you're going to do is put the point of rotation on O, and then one by one graph your points. Okay. So here's W. I'm going to mark it right there. If I rotate 180 degrees, now again, to rotate 180, what I want to do is this crease over here should end up where I'm at here. So if I rotate 90, then 180, I can see that W prime is going to go right here. All right, and then I do X. Put this point on the origin, look for X, and I think, you know what, that's a little confusing with that dot there, so I'm going to use this crease. Every so often you want to change it up because you'll have all these marks on your paper and it'll be confusing. So notice how I'm lining up the crease with X. I put a dot for X. I hold the paper down at the origin, rotate it 90, rotate it 180. So now that lines up with X, and over here I can see that X is going to end up here, this spot. Okay. Whoops, I forgot to mark W. W was here. All right, and we just repeat the process. Let's try Y. I'm going to use this line this time. So put my dot at the origin. Y is right here on my line. Hold down your paper at the origin. 90-degree rotation, 180-degree rotation. So Y will end up here. And finally Z. So I'm going to just rotate my paper back a little bit here. So I've got the crease lined up with Z. Put a dot for Z. 90 degrees, 180 degrees, and Z will end up right here. All right, so once again, to finish, what I'm going to do is I'm going to join up the sides of my trapezoid, and if I've done it right, what I should see is still a congruent shape. That's one thing to check. And it should be rotated 180 degrees away from the original, around the origin.